Now, one may contend and say, well, what's the problem with correlating disparities and discrimination? It might be a superficial case, it might be inaccurate, but on the face of it, it seems that way, and there seems to be some momentum behind doing that because there's some public appeal. It seems to work in the fields of social justice and civil rights. Um, it seems to get a broad appeal, and people understand it, and it's what gets people moving. The problem with that kind of way of thinking is that if we're unable to actually diagnose the problem correctly, then we're not able to solve it. And it also might make it more difficult to help the people of which we're speaking of in these groups if we don't diagnose the problem correctly. But then also, if we build superficial cases against them in which to solve these problems, that then becomes another hurdle. This is a point that's been made in the case of race by people like Thomas Sowell, the late Walter Williams, who had just passed recently. There are many voices that have made this point. Heather McDonald is another one who has been talking about this uh, for some time. Glenn Lowry, John McWhorter, just to name a few people, who see this actually as a consequence of the initiative to detail things in a very superficial manner, in which, let's say again, in the case of race, it doesn't always help Black people or work to their benefit to just diagnose every problem as uh, an aspect of discrimination. That could be illusory. It could be something deeper. Um, Also, in doing so, again, it could actually build another barrier in which Blacks have to leap over in pursuit of actually making progress with the issues that they're entangled in.